Alright, well, here's LS1. Basically just kind of proving that she runs before I pull her out. And so I'm going to go ahead and fire it up. Tack and pretty much everything in the dash doesn't work except for that right there. Should be oh, and the speedo works, speedometer works too. But radio works, all that stuff. There she is. Well, this is kind of the state that she's in right now. Got it, a lot of the wiring and stuff off. Kind of realized halfway through yanking off the wiring that I really didn't need to pull off a lot of the wiring. Basically all I needed to do is disconnect ECU sitting right here. Pulled the plug from inside the firewall or behind the firewall underneath the dash. There's two little plugs hanging off. So just yanked those out. It was pretty simple. Unhooked a few other little things. Took the radiator out. Leaked coolant everywhere. Anyhow, I'm under here right now. I had to cut the exhaust off. I whipped out the old reciprocating saw. I don't know what the shit is up with this exhaust. It's ridiculous. But anyhow, nice cut right there. Anyhow, I had these right here, which are cutouts or whatever, but I mean, just ugly exhaust. I mean, it looks like fence post almost, but anyhow, it looks like 3" to like 2.5 right there, and then some bird shit welds with some leaks, and then some more bird shit welds, going into some more bird shit welds with a nice angle on it. Right there, it wasn't even connected. It was like they wanted to maybe connect it. I mean, look at that. Didn't even weld the top of it. Just I don't freaking know. But anyhow, so that was just kind of just hanging on there, you know, as you can tell with all the exhaust leak right there. So to cut it out, disconnected O2 sensors and a few other things. It's got hooker headers on it, and then let's see, right here on the back of the ECU, it's got here. Let's turn off that light. Oh, let's see now. Maybe better without it. Anyhow, it looks like the ECU's been tuned once upon a time. I don't know what the first numbers. I think 27-pound injectors, 217, 229. That might be cams. I don't know. I have never looked up cams on these damn things. Fast. I'm assuming maybe an intake manifold. 710, 900, 195, 456. Maybe that's 7100 red line, 900 idle, 195, I don't know what that would be. 456, that's probably the rear end, and then stock mass airflow sensor. I don't know what 195, that could be the speed living there or whatever, but I don't even know if these damn things would go that fast. But maybe it was a drag car supposedly. But yeah, hopefully I don't have to have the ECU tuned, but we'll see. But alright, well, as you can see, she's sitting a little bit lower, and so basically right now I just gotta drop the tranny a little bit and just kind of inch them both out, and hopefully they don't tip all sideways and go all crazy with me. this is basically how she sits now. Got the motor and everything out, it was like 2 days ago or whatever. It's going to be the same video though. Anyhow, there's a tranny. I just had it scooted under there. I need to push it back under there. Anyhow, basically I pulled the oil pan off because it's the F body pan. Need to swap it out for the GTO pan off the 04 to 06 one. So anyhow, there's a guy on Sylvia V8 forums on there. He was looking to trade, so I went ahead and pulled this off, got it packaged and shipped out and stuff. So basically this is just the inside of the motor. It's a lot beefier compared to the other 4 cylinders and stuff that I'm used to. And these 2 cylinders right here that I could see so far, I mean, the cylinder walls look, absolutely, pretty clean. Cross hatches and everything look pretty good. Let's see. Let's stuff my phone in here so you guys can see. That's basically the inside of the cylinder wall. Maybe go down a little bit further, but we can't right now. But look pretty clean, no scores or nothing like that. These crank and everything. It's just amazing how huge this motor is compared to. Sorry, my phone's messed up. Looks like it's filming with a potato right now. Anyhow, it's amazing how big everything is, how big and beefy the V8 is compared to all that stuff. So basically, that's how she sits. I went ahead and ordered oil pan, or traded that guy. That's all in the works. I went ahead and ordered an improved racing. It's the Baffle Kit, basically for there, and it basically has trap doors and stuff on there, so it just keeps all the oil. It's like when you accelerate it, oil's let in. And it basically boxes in the whole oil pickup tube, and that's basically the biggest issue with these LS motors, with road racing, drag racing, drifting especially, is the G-forces that they put on in the corner and everything. It just, all the oil sloshes, and everybody puts high volume oil pumps, and it just eats all the oil up, and basically then you blow up your motor. So it was $200, and I figured that's really cheap compared to an AccuSump. I still might do an AccuSump, but I'm going to go ahead and run a oil pressure gauge and stuff like that just for now, just to make sure, keep a good eye on that when I'm drifting. And I'd really like to set up some sort of switch to basically where I could, if the oil pressure drops below, let's say 20 or 30 psi in a corner, or above a certain RPM or whatever it is, basically it'll just shut off the motor. But that's kind of just an idea that I had. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I have these headers right here. They're hooker headers, are rusty as shit, but I'm probably going to modify the shit out of those. Hopefully they work. Got the motor mounts and everything ordered from another guy on eBay. Really reasonable price. I'll probably go ahead and put the link in the description. And for him, he has the mounts for $250, which is a lot cheaper than Daft and all them other places. So I'll go ahead and put a link in the description to that. I'll put a link for the improved racing oil pan, just to their website and stuff, show that. That's pretty cool. And basically, that's it. I ordered the clutch master cylinder. Basically, this master cylinder's pretty big compared to the stock Nissan one. So basically, in order to depress the stock clutch pedal, with the stock travel on it, it needs a bigger master cylinder for the clutch. So I ordered that, and a drive shaft as well off somebody else, off the V8 forums it's used. Today is the 21st, 6/21/2012, Thursday. Basically, I hope everything gets in before the 25th, but we'll see. 25th, 27th. The drift event's the 30th, so 30th and the 1st. So basically, I'm going to have a few days to do that. Basically 3 days to get I mean, if you consider 3 days, probably 2 days. Get it in, running, wired, all that stuff. So, I mean, I got a big project ahead of me. If not, I might not end up making this event, which I'd love to, but haven't decided whether I want to put it in the coupe or the Integra drift hatch, basically because, the hatch already has the cage, which kind of sucks. It already has welded diff, seats. It's pretty much set up, so I mean, I wouldn't have to do all that little stuff. I mean, keep in mind, I could, over the next 2 days, 3 days, while I'm waiting for the stuff to come in, I could go ahead and do all that stuff, but I got a few other little projects I need to take care of before that, take care of business, but anyhow, that's pretty much it. Just want to give a little update on where this is. I know, seen a couple of guys in the comments are wondering, why I'm even messing with the old KA, and I kind of wanted the same damn thing myself. But, so yeah, that's kind of how I figured, if I could go ahead and, skip this event or whatever, and, but then I got a complete LS swap, I think that'll probably be worth it. So I'm going to quit rambling on, go inside and edit the shit out of this video and upload it, and hopefully get this LS1 going.